Spirits, booze, hooch, your granddaddy's favorite cough medicine this week on Kentucky Fried Chronology.
Sounds like you're doing it. Sounds a bit like it. All right. Anyway, this week.
Introduce yourself.
Oh, sorry. Oops. Sorry. Touched the mic. Hi, I'm Chuck.
I'm Beau. And as from Chuck's chest pounding intro there, I'm sure you heard.
Yeah. And
we're excited to be here.
Exactly. And we are the Kentucky Fried Chroniclers.
Nope. Somebody took that.
Oh, shit. Somebody took that.
We are Kentucky Fried Chronology.
Chronology. Yes. And we actually do have an episode about time in there.
Don't worry about that. That gimmick comes up later. Dude, they gotta wait. They gotta get to the end of the episode and find out what we're fucking with down here.
Oh, I forget that's not.
It's not apple juice.
I forget that's a little harder than I thought. Woo!
Easy. Okay. Pace. We got time.
All right.
There you go. All right.
Chuck, yeah, today's episode.
Educate us on
about hard liquor and how we got it in the first place. Because unlike fermentation, which is an entirely natural process, you can go up.
Yeah, you can accidentally make beer.
You can accidentally make beer. You can accidentally get a drunk apple.
Aren't there monkeys that do that? They'll like wait for fruit to like rot, and then
there's like oranges or something
super
like
drunk
that.
off of it.
Elephants do it too. I saw the video. The elephants were sloshed.
Whatever. Those poachers just gave them a bunch of hooch. some cheap toilet wine. Fucking just threw it at the elephant to watch it stumble around.
Shoot.
Like fucking Dumbo. When Dumbo got drunk.
Oh God.
I got you off topic. Go ahead.
Yeah, you did, man. You went way off into the weeds. Anyway. So yeah, unlike fermentation, which your ancestor could have accidentally run across the funny tasting fruit that made you feel weird for a little while. Distillation had to be somebody sitting there tinkering with something else that they were trying to make stronger. Either alcohol that they had fermented, or a lot of what I'm finding very early on is mostly medicinal stuff that they would like medicines that they'd mix up and they'd want to preserve it because alcohol
makes sense because you make tinctures and shit with alcohol. Like you put like vanilla. That's how they make vanilla extract. Actually, now I think about it, they just soak vanilla beans in booze and then filter it. I think so. Yeah, that makes sense that it would have been early on. They're like, man, it's just medicine. It's good for you. And then especially the town wino was like, there's no wine. I guess I'll drink this snake oil or whatever the fuck Euripides fucking told me it was.
Right.
And he's just like, hey, fuck yeah, that worked quicker than the wine.
That did work, yes. And at first it wasn't a problem because the original alembic.
Do we have a picture? Is there a picture of it?
There is.
I'll put one up.
We can help you find. There'll be a picture up
right here somewhere
of the alembic, which comes from the Turkish word al-ambik. Or no, Arabic. Sorry, al-ambik.
Get it right. They'll come after us. They're contentious people.
We're gonna cut that one out.
I'm editing.
Please do. Edit that out, Beau. Anyway. The alembic is a great little device. However, you can only make about maybe a cupful.
How does it work? Does it say?
It's kind of
Is it like a clay pot?
Yeah, the first one started out as clay, and then after the glass blowing kind of became a thing, they made them out of glass. And they would just kind of have like a little tray that they would sit over kind of a small fire, and they would kind of have to sit there and mess with it. Just
boil their wine off and catch the steam.
Hot enough, yeah.
Like we do now. Only I would assume with like, I don't know, a reed pipe because it's like 3,000 years ago. How old is this thing? Did you research?
The first. Oh, it's other page. Sorry.
Other page.
The first.
Nope.
Had it right the first time. The first. Some say that it began as early as 2000 BC. However, the first recorded hard evidence comes from about 1810 BC in Mesopotamia from the perfumery of King Zimrilim.
So could you think it was originally like a manufacturing of perfumes and somebody just accidentally figured out they can make booze out of it?
They figured out, hey, this will mess you up.
That's kind of cool. Like, I didn't do the research. Obviously, I'm just here today. Did it give you any like archaeological references or anything? Have you like found one of these things, or is it all just like text and artwork?
Mostly artwork on the wall.
How cool would it be to find one of these like intact, like with still like residue of like the hooch inside of it?
I really wish I'd done. I'm almost certain that that's what we found here. This one I want to talk about.
Yeah,
because
the perfumery one.
Yeah, the perfumery one, because he apparently employed this method to make hundreds of liters of balms, essences, and incense from cedar, cypress, ginger, and myrrh every month. That tells me
so it would be huge, right?
Or an absolute load of them.
So like
a bunch of smaller ones. But yeah,
so
it
had to have started earlier.
Yeah, because
of 2,000 years ago.
There's a picture I'm showing you here that we're going to show up here.
Yeah, we'll put it up here.
Has what looks like a more advanced, but still clearly an alembic, basically as tall as a man, with pipes running out that go even further. So, yeah, they probably learned to make a relatively large one pretty early on.
Well, just from inference, if this is such a big thing and it's already part of an industrial complex for creating perfumes, liquors, and all this other shit, the history of it has to go back further, right? Because if it's already like a perfected process, a more rudimentary process has to go back even hundreds of years before that we just don't know about.
Yeah, because it's one of those archaeologists. So tough, especially the further you go back.
Yeah, that's why I thought of it. That's fun.
It's one of those. It's fun to speculate. So there was definitely a mom and pop business at some point.
It's as old.
Then it got industrialized. The king's like, hey, somebody's onto something. Let's get 50 dudes doing this all the time.
It's as old as beer itself. It's like 6 months after they created beer and wine, somebody else was like, I can make it stronger. Shut up, Timmy. Nobody asked you, but I can. I promise.
And then about a month after
Shut up, Timmy. Fine. I'll go and I'll make my own liquor and taste with blackjack and hookers and fuck all you people.
Editing Beau. I hope you're having fun tonight.
Having a great time.
Oh. So yeah, that's definitely early on. The earliest one we have is in Mesopotamia. However, China and Egypt, being in China and Egypt,
probably have older models.
Probably had something similar that they just don't have records for because
they don't like to share things.
Well, that and both countries are more prone to flooding than I take that back. The Nile floods, but it's regular. It's predictable. We're getting off topic. Anyway, back on topic. On to the Greeks, because apparently Cleopatra. Yeah, apparently
she's Greek.
Yeah, she has a cameo in this. The Cleopatra,
the one, not like
the 9th,
not Cleopatra the 18th or whatever the fuck.
The one that we all know. Apparently knew about it, and as supposedly, there was a text that she wrote about how to distill stuff.
Could you not find that record of it?
The text was lost to time.
Oh, that's probably burned with that library, right?
There's a bunch of stuff burned there. Anyway,
but no, that was beforehand, wasn't it?
However, on to the 1st century, the Greek physician Pedanius Dioscurides.
Let me see. What a name.
Did I pronounce that right? My Greek's
Pedanius Dioscurides
made mention of this after he noticed condensation. Oh, on the lid, which when mercury was being heated.
Whoa. Him homie skipped a lot of shit, went straight to distilling mercury. Yeah, that'll fuck you up.
Yeah.
That'll cure what ails you, won't it? Here's some distilled mercury.
Now, here's the thing.
Wonder what it tastes like.
The alembic, here's the thing, back to the alembic. There are 2 potential inventors between around 300 AD, either Maria the Jewess or Zoissimo of Panopolis.
What was that first one?
Maria the Jewess.
The Jewess?
I shit you not. It's right there in the name.
All right.
Now, what's that guy? That's Zoissimo?
Zosimo
of Panopolis, an Egyptian alchemist. That's a cool job to be. And his sister Theosebia, who apparently invented between the three of them, invented many types of stills and reflux condensers. I'm going to say, gun to my head, I'd say that was convergent evolution. Something that tells me they both kind of came up around it at the same time.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Because we got evidence of others thing, but when their empire died, the knowledge of how to do it died with them.
It went from being like, here's some cough medicine and some perfume to like, hey man, you can make your wine really strong if you do it this way. Just boil it and catch the steam and let it turn back into wine, and it's fucking great.
And then of course alchemy comes back into this again. Because we have to do
Yeah, because it's always, everything comes back to alchemy, doesn't it?
Yeah,
most of our modern chemistry can be attributed to some jackass trying to turn lead into gold.
Yeah. So I'm sure, and this is one of those. The Arabs kind of dabbled in it because they were making perfumes, as you do, money making business, and no matter what time period you're in. And then you decide, of course, well, we need to mess with gold. Of course, we have to put gold in this thing to see what comes out.
I mean, we've already distilled mercury. Why not gold?
Right.
Can you distill gold? Can you get like essence of gold?
It just purifies it. Now,
I was just say, tell the people. Don't just read
it
off the paper.
I'm trying to get to where we were because we're kind of going into timeline here. But
that sounded like you saw something interesting.
Well, I skipped ahead too far. I was trying to get a timeline of where we were, trying to like what time period the Arabs were doing their gold and experiments, and I can't get one.
Well, you said the Greek people were in 200 AD.
2 to 300 AD, so it was probably a little bit after that.
Is it AD? Yeah, it's AD. Jesus, so like a full like 1,000 years before the Mesopotamians or whatever were doing their shit. So distillation's been around for a long time. That's BC, 1810 BC.
Yeah, that's 1810 years before Jesus was born.
Yeah, and that's AD. 200 after. So that's like 2,000 years later.
Yeah. That's a time skip.
That's a huge time skip.
And then now here's the thing. Now this whole thing. This is not chronologically ordered.
And can you tell we're not experts?
We're not. We are enthusiastic history buffs.
We learn, you learn. That's the idea of the show,
right? However, oh cool. 800 BC, back to China. They were using some form of it, which this is the one you got to show up here. I'm betting this one is.
Oh, the like stair step one.
This is the stair step one, and that's what China was using to make rice wine. Some type. It's not full on sake. That's a Japanese thing, but they were doing some type of rice to get you drunk beverage about 800 BC.
Call it rice wine. That's as good a name as any.
Yeah.
Sake's probably like champagne, has to come from a certain region or something like that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't either.
And apparently, when the Romans entered Britain, they found stills. Well, not still, like full on stills.
So what we're slowly starting to piece together here is like no matter what time period or place on the planet you're going to go to, some enterprising alcoholic found a way to make the wine stronger.
Mm-hmm. And of course, the Romans apparently produced their own, although no references are found in writings before AD 100.
Well, they had to have gotten it from the Greeks then. Like they ripped everything else off, right? Well, think about it. If the flow of technology, it comes up from Mesopotamia, goes into Egypt, and then up into Greece, and then over into Rome.
And then I'm thinking all of the Greek baths.
And that's why they get more, theirs are more like a wine-based kind of distillation process. And then when you get further up north into the Celtic places where there's more grain-based beverages like beer and shit, they found a way to make whiskey. Right. Because isn't like a whiskey mash, I don't know how to do this, obviously, but isn't like a whiskey mash, like not all that dissimilar from a beer mix?
I wouldn't be surprised if after you made beer, the leftover...
Yeah, but like the beer one,
you're still...
And you leave it and let it ferment, but like a whiskey one, you let it ferment and then you boil it off and catch the steam, right? Like that's how that works.
Yeah.
All the moonshiners out there, jump in the comments. Tell me how I got that wrong.
Nice. Okay. Now, And about the 11th or about the 10th century, we've got references to a spirited water, a healing elixir made from sugar-based materials, primarily grapes and honey, to make great brandy and distilled mead.
Nice.
Very nice.
Ooh, distilled mead.
And this was the 10th century. This was the Viking.
Yeah, this is toward the end of the Viking era.
So they were
10th century.
It was all over.
Right in the middle of it.
But the big change came with the invention of the coiled cooling pipe in the 11th century. Avicenna. Is that how that name's pronounced?
Avicenna?
Avicenna. That makes more sense.
It's John Cena. Sorry.
We're not taking ourselves.
He's the Intercontinental Champ now. Respect on his name.
Nice.
Yeah, he beat Dominic Mysterio on Raw. Spanked his ass. It was great.
Damn! I wish I had wrestling to watch.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway, here's the thing, and
so this is where we
and then
get
it's a hard cut to the 14th and 15th century.
We'll read it because that's where the origin of our modern distillation process came from. It was when they invented. So when somebody finally figured out a way to make copper fucking piping, it changed the whole game.
Yeah. And then I'm guessing that's
was it a Turk?
The Turks.
It was a Turk. Yeah,
Turkish invasions of Europe through the 14th and 15th century. They spread it. They grabbed a good idea and spread it with them. And now, among the secrets, and making of, I don't know if that's accurate. I'm not going to say that because I can't be sure that that's true.
What?
Because that sounds like it's right, but I can't be sure. Making of. I don't think that.
I don't know. We'd have to get a linguistics expert on there. It looks right. That looks Turkish.
It looks right, but it doesn't look right enough.
Alcohol.
Anyway, or alcohol,
as we know it,
soon became known throughout the Christian world. As knowledge of the process spread spread throughout Europe.
We're supposed to give people the information.
As knowledge of the process spread throughout Europe, the discovery of distillation grew to include its effects on liquid. And while the dream to make gold by the alchemists remained just a pipe dream, spirits were discovered and given the really cool name aquavitae.
Nice.
Water of life.
Fuck yeah, dude. We need to call it that. No, there we go. That's what we name our wine when we call it. When we create a wine company, aquavitae. That
does sound really good.
Right?
Especially if it's
trademarked. Make
our own Romulan ale, because for some reason aquavitae has to be blue.
Yeah.
Gotta be blue.
Like acid blue, too.
Yes.
Not like purple. Like fucking blue raspberry fucking blue.
Alright.
Like Mad Dog fucking blue raspberry.
And from here, it kind of got slowly, and as it slowly spread into Europe, each European country kind of latched onto various spirits. You got Palinka from Hungary, Schnapps from Germany, Grappa from Italy, Eau de Vie and Cognac from France, whiskey from Scotland and Ireland, Aguardiente from Portugal, tequila from Mexico, rum from Barbados and the Caribbean, and vodka from Poland and Russia. All of them are technically aquavitae.
What's your favorite?
Probably
because we're kind of coming to the end here a little bit.
Of these listed, definitely whiskey. However, I've never tried grappa because the Fifth Element, dude. The bottle in the Fifth Element. I know I had to look it up. That is not an actual, honest to God company.
All I can think for grappa is
try that stuff.
The episode of Archer when fucking Crystal fucking lights the trash can on fire and shit, and Pam grabs Archer's cup and throws it in there, and it just goes whoosh. And she's like, "What the hell? It wasn't water." He's like, "No shit, that was like $30 worth of grappa."
So
yeah, he drinks a pint of grappa at 8:30 in the morning. Well, nobody now, Windy Wasteful.
That's like good. See, yes, like so many of these I haven't tried. Like I've tried schnapps, but
I've
schnapps
had
entirely
I
peppermint.
hear schnapps. I think peppermint schnapps, which
But
I've
it
had.
can't just be that, right?
And no, it can't be. It's like I want to like what's regular schnapps? Just straight schnapps, no flavor, nothing, just straight up schnapps. Is it just like vodka?
I don't know, but I tell you what, peppermint schnapps probably the best, just store bought.
Fuck no, dude. It's so rough.
No. For what I'm about to tell you,
for mouthwash.
That too. But I was thinking it would be a hell of a hot toddy.
Ah, fuck, man.
You don't have to heat it up. That double shot of that'll burn all the cold out of you.
On me and Shane's other podcast, Kentucky Fried Critics, check it out on YouTube. We review movies and drink beer. We did Toy Soldiers, and there's a drink like these kids make to hide booze in their school, and they literally put it in a scope bottle, and it's like creme de menthe, peppermint schnapps, fucking vodka, and some green food coloring, and fuck, man, was it rough. Oops, I hit my microphone.
Oh, yeah, so you guys mixed all that.
Yeah, we mixed it there. We even put it in a scope bottle, for like the movie. Yeah, Kentucky Fried Critics, check it out. After you're done with Kentucky Fried Chronology. That's right, sister channel.
Right.
Any more cool information in your little packet?
Well, that's what I'm saying. We're getting here. We 1526. The Olympic had gradually improved. Paracelsus. I know, no idea who this guy is. It doesn't say in here. I really thought I had a better one. I really thought I had.
I would think.
Celsius?
Paracelsus?
Paracelsus. Celsius.
If he's Greek, it's a sound.
Paracelsus.
Paracelsus.
That makes sense. Used a water bath. Benilium Maria. Yeah, he's a Greek guy. Okay.
Yeah.
By the alchemist, he's the first guy to use a water bath in his still as a condenser, which I saw one guy have his big copper pot condenser still. It was so wide, the copper tubing was so wide, like he had it in its own 10-gallon thing as it went down. He would take 1-gallon jugs of water that he had frozen solid and put them in and just kind of have them sitting there in between, just floating in the water that he had to keep that water cold. Because as the steam went through, it would just kind of melt it. And so about every 10, 15 minutes, he'd have to switch it out for another one.
I wonder what it would do if you ran like liquid nitrogen fucking through it. Just across the pipes to condense everything with. Like, would that make it stronger, you think?
I don't know.
Because you cooled it down faster, right? So like the molecules don't have as long to fucking dissipate or whatever.
I don't know.
That'd be some expensive hooch just for the production price.
Hooch. And what that guy did, I tried it and it was honestly
dry ice. Dry ice would be a better, cheaper option, probably.
Dry ice, probably. And it would look cool though. When you
turn it on, the steam starts going through and it really starts fucking smoking.
Yeah, that'll be good.
One day, man, we'll be able to do this shit. It'll be fucking shit. We'll build a still.
Nerds with money. It's always fun.
What's that for? For one video. That's literally all we did with it.
Oh no, I'd keep that as my homemade.
Well, yeah, you'd have to you can't afford to keep filling it with the dry ice. The dry ice part would be the one.
The dry ice.
We can use the still over and over again, but we're gonna have to just use regular water or ice or something.
I tell you what, though, with the 1-gallon jug of water guy, it tasted like mouthfeel. It felt like thin water because you know how water has a kind of a consistency.
Yeah.
Alcohol's different. Because it was so pure, I didn't feel it. Like I didn't feel the burn until I got about right here.
Until it hit your stomach and
was like, my throat. And then it was molten lead all the way down.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But the vapor cooling system he also improved because the two brands. So in 1526 he finally figured out pot condenser cold water.
Like we do now.
So
it's largely been unchanged for the past 500 years.
It's mostly just getting upgrades. It's a piece of technology that's been around forever. It's just been getting upgrades the whole time.
Everybody's obsessed with filtering, like quadruple filtered vodka and all this shit. I'm like,
it's the what you call them?
Impurities, I guess.
The tannin. It gets a lot of the tannins that come from fruit out, and the tannins
I feel like
are
you're
what
just
give you a
removing
hangover.
anything that may have given it flavor.
Yeah, you're taking a lot of the flavor
Like you're
out.
just like, you ever had that like super fucking distilled water that's been like recycled and shit and has that weird non-taste?
It is.
It's because it's been filtered so many times that it's literally just like H2O. There's nothing else in it.
Hydrogen and oxygen bonded together. Nothing else.
Tastes weird.
Oh, okay. I do want to talk about this. In 1771, a German chemist Christian Ehrenfried Weigel invented an apparatus later wrongly named the Liebig condenser. Recognize that?
Hmm?
The forerunner of condensers a day. Tube leading the distillate out of the still was inside another one flowing with water. Okay, that's neat. That is neat. Instead of having like a tub that you sit in, you just have an extra tube. And this is almost an ad.
Yeah, don't read. No, we're not giving advertisements to other people yet. No. They got to pay us.
But yeah, for the most part, other than
from the dawn of time,
we basically had
found a way that worked to make booze, some kind of distilled spirit. It's been around for, even from your cursory fucking research, it's 2,500 years.
Solid.
Easy.
It's solid. It's a solid with records, 2,000 nearly.
Well, yeah, that's 2,000, but that's like,
but with
record of like an industrial process of making it, meaning like it's been around for a long time, so it has to be a couple hundred years.
If we're sticking to hard, if we're sticking to hard distillation, probably a solid 2,000.
Yeah,
because fermentation, that one goes way back. That goes all the way back to. There is evidence. Yeah, there is literally. They are literally
like we said, like monkeys fucking figured it out. So
there are caves in the Caucasus with broken pottery shards with fermented wine from the local grapes inside from like 11,000 BC. That's 13,000 years ago. It was literal mammoths walking around at that time.
Save it for when we do like beer and whiskey. We'll get into all that. Or not whiskey, but like beer and wine and shit.
That one we're
into fermentation. We're doing distillation right now.
So, but back to distillation. Yeah, I think most of it wasn't necessarily the village alcoholic trying to get his fix. It was probably the village healer trying to make his herbs last longer before they went bad on him.
Funnier if it's the drunk, though.
I'm also, village might be small. Those two might be the same person.
They're the same person. The village doctor and the village drunk, the same guy.
It's not uncommon.
Oh, no.
The doctor is a high-stress job.
No wonder the fucking half the village died that one summer.
Oof.
I think that's it, man.
I was about to say, yeah, because this is one of those.
This was a short one.
This was a shorter one.
It's our first episode. We didn't want to get into anything too hard, but
we are kind of dipping our toes, trying to do quality, not necessarily quantity. We would love to be able to get you at least solid 45 minutes.
Yeah,
at some point.
The point of this show isn't to help you with your college thesis. It's to entertain you for 30 minutes while two jackasses talk about history. The facts will be as correct as possible.
Yes.
But don't expect professionalism.
We did, neither one of us wrote a thesis for our history knowledge.
This is not what I went to college for. Ooh. At all. All right, Chuck, you want to tell them about our gimmick?
Oh, right. The gimmick that you can't actually see.
How we're going to pick next week's topic.
And every week we will have a new topic.
And
we will pick out of
the pot of knowing. Hold it. I must choose.
Wait, hold on. Let me shake it. Let me shake it.
I'm going to get my fucking shake out of it before you shaking shit.
Shake it.
Right. We must choose our fate.
Choose our fate. And
you're going to be so happy about this.
Next week's episode
and I am so upset.
Next week's episode is
the Tartarian Empire.
Yes.
And all that
nonsense.
There is no evidence whatsoever, and I hate people that accept it as a fucking actual thing. All right, so
you're mad.
I'm already mad. It's the second fucking episode.
There's like
50 in there.
And he's like, Yeah, Chuck, you could throw that one
I'm
in
not
there.
lying.
We'll not
Yeah,
have to
well,
do that
yeah.
for
What are the
months.
odds that we'll do that one? I'm not lying. Look, right there. Fuck. All right. Well,
So join us next time for the thorough debunking of the
at
Tartarian
least you're
Empire.
not one of those that believe in it.
Oh, good
We
heavens,
couldn't have been
no.
friends. This would have been
Oh,
the end
good
of the
heavens,
show.
no. No.
All right.
We got to prove them nonsense wrong.
All right. So I've been Bo.
I'm still Chuck.
We'll see you next time. Go out there and learn something.
Exactly.
I am legitimately upset.